Today, I want to share a behind the scenes look at what it really takes to set up a project management team that gets things done. Not so surprising revelation, it's not as simple as collecting CVs and handing out assignments. So let's dive in. Picture this. I had a lineup of projects with one of my clients, each with its own challenges, deadlines, and stakeholders ready to ask a million questions. I needed a team of project managers who could take the reins and deliver. But as any seasoned PM will tell you, it's not just about skills on a paper, it's about personalities, working styles, and how they fit together as a team. So here's who I picked and why. First up, I chose someone I like to call the dog with a bone. You know the type, they'll sink their teeth into any task and not let go until it's done. And when I say done, I mean not just ticked off a list, but actually delivered. For projects that had been dragging or needed momentum, they were perfect. Then I brought in my wartime PM. This was a person who could cut through all the fluff, call out the nonsense, and get those supposedly impossible projects off the ground. They're the kind of person that you want in the trenches when everything's on fire. And trust me, some of these projects were just smouldering. I also took a calculated risk with a project manager who showed great promise. They didn't have much experience as the others, but they had an incredible drive and enthusiasm. Sometimes that fresh energy is exactly what you need to breathe new life into a project. And for certain projects, I felt they'd rise to the challenge, and they actually did, and they did it really well. Then there was a project manager who came recommended by an ex-colleague, a seasoned professional that had solid track record in this particular area and had even worked with the company before. They brought invaluable context and expertise to the team, which is so important when you're trying to hit the ground running. Now, not every PM on the team was my pick. One of them was already signed to me. Luckily, they fitted in well and they brought a solid, steady presence to the team. It's always a relief when that happens. And then there was the one who didn't work out that well. On paper in the interview, they seemed ideal. But once they joined the team, it became clear they weren't pulling their weight. They made life hard. They hid from responsibilities, and the team felt like they were dragging everyone else down. I gave them time and support, but ultimately it wasn't fair to the rest of the team to keep them on board. Sometimes, as tough as it is, you have to let people go to protect the team's morale and productivity. So what did I learn from this experience? There's a few takeaways for anyone setting up a project team. Diverse skills and styles matter. Each project has its unique challenges, and having a mix of personalities and approaches can make all the difference. Trust your instincts. Sometimes a less experienced person with drive can outperform someone with a sparkling CV. Act on misfits. If someone's not a good fit, address it quickly. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes for you and the rest of the team. At the end of the day, setting up a project team is like assembling a puzzle. Each piece has to fit, not just into the picture you're building, but also with the other pieces around it. So that's just one example of the many teams I've had the opportunity to set up throughout my career. And each team brings its own set of challenges, lessons and successes. And it's always rewarding to see how the right mix of people can make all the difference. If you had a similar experience or want to share your own team building stories, join us on LinkedIn in the comments as always. And don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more insights into project management and team leadership. Until next time, keep building teams that thrive and deliver. We'll speak again soon.